So today we're going to be focusing on shoulder mobility. So we're going to start with our thoracic spine. So you're going to be laying down on your back, knees bent, feet flat, and you can have a pillow to support your head. It's more comfortable. And you're going to have your arms together, palms touching, back of the shoulders, relax down. You're going to exhale, you're going to rotate to your left as you look to your left, and you want to feel how your right shoulder blade moves away from your spine. You want to keep your fingertips aligned and your arms straight, staying really anchored in your feet and your sacrum. And when you can't rotate anymore, you're going to come back to home base and let the back of your shoulders settle down. And then you're going to rotate to the right, look to the right. And you want to feel the movement of your left shoulder blade, right? It's moving away from the spine. And you want to rotate as far as the shoulder blade will move. And when you can't rotate any further, you come back to home base, settling down the back of the shoulders. This time, when you rotate to the left, you're going to look up at the ceiling. So you're not going to turn your head this time. You still want to think about how your right shoulder blade moves away from your spine, rotating as far as that movement will let you. You're going to feel the stretch on the inside of your right shoulder blade, staying anchored through your sacrum and your feet. And then coming back to home base, settling down the back of the shoulders. And then switching sides, rotating to your right, look up at the ceiling, moving your left shoulder blade, remembering to breathe, keeping your jaw nice and soft, and then coming back to home base, settling down the back of the shoulders. Now you're going to rotate to the left and you're going to look to your right as you move the right shoulder blade away from the center of the spine. Feeling that stretch on the inside of the shoulder blade, staying anchored in your sacrum and your feet. It should feel like a nice stretch. And then coming back to home base, settling down the back of the shoulders, and then looking to your left as you rotate to the right, moving your left shoulder blade. Hopefully you're feeling that stretch on the inside of the left shoulder blade, staying anchored in your sacrum and your feet. And then coming back, settling down the back of the shoulders on the mat, and then relaxing your arms. Onto your belly. You're going to have your legs together. They can be in parallel or turned out, whatever feels good for you. Hands down at your sides. You're going to come into your flight position, feet off the mat for more glute work, taking your hands off the mat. So from your flight position, you're just going to add in little pulses. So the arms are nice and close to the body. Feel the isometric contraction of the legs. The glutes are active. Imagine that your belly button never wants to touch the mat. Shoulders are open, upper back engaged, reaching through the crown of your head. A full body experience here. You may be feeling the fatigue of the shoulders and the upper back at this point. That's good. Do as many as you can, and when it's time for you to rest, you can rest in a child's pose. You may be starting to feel the heat. I know I am. Ooh, I'm just going to do a few more. And then I'm going to rest in child's pose. Ooh, pressing your hips back down toward your heels, lengthening your arms above your head if you want to stretch your lats and your shoulders. Breathing naturally into the back and side of your ribs. And then coming back down onto your belly, legs together, hands behind your back, left cheek on the mat. You're gonna pulse your feet twice toward your booty on your exhale. You're gonna inhale, go into extension of the spine, trying to reach your hands up towards the ceiling to stretch your biceps. And then switching, right cheek on the mat, pulsing your feet twice, going into the extension, reaching your hands up toward the ceiling, and then repeating that. Exhale twice, pulse the feet, and then inhale, extend the spine. And repeating that. You want to do as many sets as you can. When it's time for you to rest, you can go ahead into a child's pose. Hopefully you're getting a nice stretch of the bicep and the shoulders. Remember to stay active in the abs and the glutes. I'm going to do one more time each side. Oh, and then resting in child's pose. Oh my goodness. Are you feeling the heat? Really pressing your hips back down toward your heels to stretch out your lower back. And then gently coming out of it. Ooh, oh my goodness. Are you hot? I'm hot. Next, we're gonna go into mermaid with shoulder mobility. So you're gonna be sitting in mermaid position, right leg in front, left leg behind, and you're gonna side bend over to your right, dropping your left cheek down toward the mat, reaching out your left fingertips, working that side bend, getting that stretch nice and low in your back. One more breath here. And then you're gonna push off, you're gonna side bend over to your left, feeling really anchored down through both sit bones, keeping your chest facing forward, really reaching out your right fingertips. And then from here, you're gonna go into the shoulder mobility. So keeping your side bend, you're gonna reach your arm wide, yeah? Draw your fingertips up the back of your spine, go into internal rotation of your shoulder. You're gonna feel that stretch in the right shoulder, in the front. And then draw your fingertips down the back of your spine, reach wide with the arms, bringing your shoulder into external rotation, like you're trying to reach your elbow back behind you. So you feel the stretch in the front here of the chest and the armpit area, yeah? And then repeating that, right? So nice and wide with your range of motion, drawing your fingertips up the center of your spine, stretching out the internal rotation. Fingertips draw down the center of the spine, reaching wide with the arm, going into external rotation. And then you're just gonna repeat that. And hopefully you feel your range of motion get bigger. That's the goal. You want to feel your range of motion improve. It may just be a little bit, but you want to feel that increase in the range of motion. And you want to do as many as you need to do until you feel that increase happen. And then you can go ahead and switch sides. It may be different for you and me, that's fine. Do what's right for you. I'm just gonna do one more because I feel like it's opened up. Feel like I can reach higher up through the back of my spine there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and switch sides. All right, left leg in front, right leg behind, side bending over to the left, dropping your right butt cheek down toward the mat, really working that side bend, feeling the stretch in your lower back, reaching out your right fingertips, chest facing forward. And then pushing off the left side, side bending over to the right. Keeping your chest facing forward, nice and anchored through both your sit bones. And then from here, going into the shoulder mobility. Nice wide range of motion, drawing the fingertips up the spine, drawing them back down into external rotation, opening up that armpit area, yeah? And repeating that. One side may feel tighter than the other, that's normal. You may wanna do more reps for your tighter side so you can balance out your body. So for me, this side feels much looser, so I don't wanna do as many on this side, but that may not be the same for you. You may wanna do more, so do what's right for you. I'm just gonna do one more each way. And then when you're ready, come out of it. Okay, moving on. You're gonna come onto all fours. You can have flat feet if you like. You want the back of your feet lined up with the back of your hips, and you want your pelvis over your knees, long spine, head in line with your spine, soft elbows. So from here, you're gonna go into the shoulder circles. You wanna feel how your shoulder blades move in all directions, right? They move towards each other, they move down, they move away from each other, they move up. And you wanna move at a pace that you can control the movement so it feels like it's in the shoulders and the shoulder blades, right? So you don't wanna start undulating through the spine, yeah? So you're trying to keep the spine very stable as you move the shoulders and the shoulder blades. Really trying to work on the mobility of the shoulders here. You're gonna feel the upper body work. And you wanna do as many as you need until you feel like it's a juicy movement, yeah? Like there's a flow to it, it doesn't feel so choppy. And once you feel like it's flowing better, then you want to reverse it and go the other way, which may feel awkward at first, and you may have to take it slower at first. I know I do. Really just trying to feel the movement of the shoulder blades, going in the opposite direction that you had just done. Sometimes if you don't pay attention, you just end up going in the same direction you had just finished, so. This way definitely feels more awkward for me, so I tend to do more this way because it just doesn't feel as natural. But hopefully you're feeling that movement of the shoulder blades, how they move apart from each other and how they come together and how they move down and how they move up. Lots of movement there in the shoulder blades. And if you're done, you can always come off your wrists, come into a child's pose to rest if you like. You may not need to do as many as I do. There we go. Now I feel like I'm starting to get some flow. I'm just gonna do a few more. I'm definitely feeling the upper body. Yes. And then I'm gonna rest in a child's pose. right, nice work. All right, we have one more. So we're gonna start in our quadruped position. This time you do want your toes curled under. You're going to extend one leg back behind you. Feel how your glute engages. And then you're gonna bring the other leg back so you're in a nice plank. And then from here, you're gonna do scapular push-ups. So you're gonna feel your shoulder blades come together and the shoulder blades come apart. And you're gonna repeat that. You're gonna do as many as you can until you feel yourself start to compensate. When it's time for you to rest, you wanna come all the way out of it and come off your wrists. And then you can go back into it when you're ready. You can always stretch your wrists out if you need to as well. If they get tired, that's normal. So you wanna work at your own pace, right? Do what feels good for your body. Do as many scapular push-ups as you can for each round that you do. And you wanna try to do 3 to 5 rounds. All right, so setting yourself up in that nice plank. You definitely wanna feel your glutes working for you in that plank. Using your breath. When you notice yourself starting to compensate, go ahead and rest. Whew, are you feeling the heat? I am feeling the heat. Try to keep your head in line with your spine. Whew. Whew. All right, just a couple more sets if you can, or maybe I should say a couple more rounds if you can. Set yourself up nicely. Feel your glutes, feel your abs, use your breath. Try not to bend the elbows. Ooh. Ooh, I want a fan. Okay, last round. Keep those glutes working. Use your breath. Activate the abs. Ooh. Oh my goodness. I feel that. All right, coming into corpse pose. Oh my goodness, and noticing all the blood flow. Wow. And you're gonna finish by activating your parasympathetic nervous system. You're gonna inhale through your nose, hold your breath at the top for a couple of counts, and then exhale out your mouth longer than your inhale. And you wanna do that at least 3 times. Here you go. And then that's it, you did it. Special shout out to my Vital 7 stars. Thank you for making this video possible. Are you ready for exclusive content, early access to content, and other perks? Join us on Patreon. Click on the link in the description of this post for more.